What happens when you give two overconfident internet sensations their own TV show? From BVTV Studios, it's BVTV Tonight Gets Canceled. These two are on a mission to cancel everybody through this late-night talk show. And here are your hosts, Morgan Kroll and Hunter Vasey.
Welcome to BVTV Tonight Gets Canceled. Usually we like to make jokes and have fun, but tonight we're going to talk about something serious.
Every year, thousands of people lose their purpose in life because they don't watch our show. So we beg of you, if you care about your loved ones, please send them this episode, because what we are heroes.
Send this video to 20 people. If you don't, I will personally appear in your bedroom and perform an interpretive dance of Homer's The Odyssey for 30 straight nights.
So it's time to get serious. For this episode of BVTV Tonight Gets Canceled, April Fool's Edition.
Whoa! We'll be back after this commercial break.
Taqueria La Juanita, the hottest Mexican restaurant in Northwest Iowa, voted best by many online food review websites, from Anjitos Estilo Mexico to your taste buds. Tacos, steak burritos, quesadillas, tostadas. It's a taste explosion. Bag them up and enjoy with your friends, carry out or dine in. Taqueria La Juanita, Anjitos Estilo Mexico, Storm Lake, and Sioux City. Here's Jerry! Ah!
Where's the SD card? Where is it?
Can't make me talk.
And fade to black.
Good show, guys.
Guys, I forgot to hit record.
Welcome back. Even though things are not quite back to normal yet, we decided to return to our roots and do a classic episode of Canceled, COVID-friendly style. Even with COVID restrictions, we knew nothing could stop us from harassing the students of Buena Vista University.
So wipe away your tears of joy and take a look at the newest episode of Canceled. We're back! It's been over a year since we filmed our last classic episode of Canceled.
And although not everything is back to normal with social distancing and masks, we are about to go cancel some losers.
Let's get to it.
Do you believe in the Easter Bunny?
What? No.
No, you don't? Canceled. Canceled. One time, one of my friends in high school thought it would be funny to put gum on my chair as a prank.
On your chair?
Yeah, and it was like new jeans too. So when I stood up, there's gum and it like was a whole thing. And I had to get a knife and go to the bathroom and like scrape it off.
Cody!
You predicted COVID in our last episode.
Yeah, do you want to talk about COVID a year later?
I did I?
Yeah, the last episode of Canceled we did, you said...
You didn't predict COVID, but we were
said-
like, what's one thing that everybody should do on spring break?
Not get the coronavirus. Wash your hands.
Verified.
Verified, solid advice.
Thank you, Cody.
Well, we're a year later, and I'm the healthiest man in the world. I've never got COVID-19, so how about that?
This is the peak vision of health in 2021.
Definitely the healthiest man in the world, yeah.
Well, I'm glad we could have a
Yeah.
celebrity like you on the show today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Cody.
No problem. Thanks, guys.
I love the BVU campus.
That's
not what it's
It's beautiful. Every day is a Beaver's blessing.
that's not what we're doing.
Oh, okay.
I gotta feel it. My art juices are flowing.
Do you have any fun prank stories?
Yeah, any at all?
One time it was raining and I went and rolled down one of my friends' windows on their car.
That's not a good prank. That's mean.
Did they when did they find out? How long was it down?
Oh, only a couple hours.
A couple. How hard was it raining?
Not too bad.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna ruin the car or anything.
We
But
need to come up with a better plan for April Fool's Day.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to cancel you because rolling down the window while it's raining is not very nice.
Okay. I tried my best. I'm sorry.
But thank you.
We forgive you. But
Thank you.
Yeah.
But it's always a great day to be a beaver. I don't know if that.
All I have to say is I love when women. We love women.
I also do. I support you. Hey, random person that we definitely didn't plan. Could we ask you a question?
I'm free. What's the question about? My best April Fool's joke was.
I didn't ask the question yet.
Tanner Frost,
The man of the hour.
if COVID did not exist, what would you have done for spring break?
Probably watch spring break or spring training baseball in Arizona, like I was supposed to do last year, but I didn't.
What do you want to say to COVID-19?
That's TV appropriate.
You stole my football season. I don't like you.
Yeah. How was your mental health day last week?
I had a migraine for about half of it, so probably not very good.
Do you feel like it prepped you for the rest of the semester?
No.
Do you feel like we needed a spring break?
Yes, but I understand why they canceled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about it, but I understand it from a long run.
All right. I think that was a really good answer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I would say verified.
We need to cancel someone.
Yeah,
but you're not canceled.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, BVU, for our mental health day. I feel very refreshed.
My mental health has never been healthier. If COVID wasn't a thing, where would you have gone on spring break?
Oh, if COVID wasn't a thing, I probably would have gone to Mexico to go visit my family and go be in the warmer weather and eat some great food. But you know, here we are. It's raining outside. It's chilly, but we out here. Maybe I'll go in the summer, but yeah, that's where I would have gone if COVID wasn't a thing.
That answer was kind of depressing, so you're canceled. But I do fully agree with you, and I'm sorry that happened to you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Dr. Stevens.
Gave us this wonderful, beautiful forum, and I think he would be so happy to learn that all these years later, we are walking through it, asking people questions, and canceling them. I truly think he would, and that's just beautiful. I'm sorry. I need a minute. Did we get it? Did we get the shot? Since it's April Fool's Day, we decided to interview the most foolish person we know.
When Hunter and I discussed the possibilities, one person won out against all competitors.
This person was, of course, Clayton Van Horn.
He's a junior digital media major. He's a lifeguard. He wears gym shorts year-round. It's Clayton Van Horn.
Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Clayton!
Thanks.
Anyways, would you classify yourself as a prankster, Clayton?
Well, you know, no, I wouldn't, and that's because when you're good at so many things, you really have to pick and choose what is going to define your legacy. And you know, prankster, while I'm great at it, of course, I would not say that's at the top of the list. That's really arrogant. I'm sorry. Sure I do, Hunter. After that great intro, thank you.
Okay, so tell us about some of the pranks or jokes that you have been part of.
So most of them are done on me. Oh, what the Who was that?
Thank you to Mr. Joshua
Joshua Wolcott. Come on out. Come on out.
In the bathroom?
Go by Clayton.
Hi. Hey, how's it going?
All right.
Obviously,
Everyone?
we couldn't do the episode without pranking our guests. So thank you for Josh Wolcott for standing behind the curtain for too long.
It was a very long time.
Long
Yeah.
You know, I guess I deserved it. Yeah.
Did you think he was back there?
I did not know. You told me he was in the bathroom.
Yeah, I didn't think you would believe it though. So.
I
didn't either.
In hindsight, I shouldn't have believed it.
I couldn't say no.
I couldn't say.
Yeah, Wolcott are you camera 3 tonight? Yeah?
I am, yes. I'm just
right over there.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Go back to your post,
I'm gonna go
Mr.
back.
Camera
Yeah,
3.
Good job.
But
man.
thank you so much for your.
Yeah.
Thank you to Joshua Wolcott, who also does the voiceover for our intro. So
Yes.
now you can see his face and his scare tactics. Okay, Clayton, back to our question.
Yeah.
Tell us about some of the pranks that you have been part of.
Yeah, so a lot of them happen in my suite where I live, so I'm really never safe.
Okay, yeah, make sure these are legal things.
Yeah,
you can say without getting in trouble
See,
by the
I
university.
had an idea of what you're going to ask. In fact, I wrote them all down on the back of an assignment that I completed in like 2018.
Why do you have that?
And I narrowed them down to the ones that are TV appropriate, right?
Okay.
So there's we do this thing where we go up behind somebody and just yell as loud as we can.
Oh, is that what you did to our friend Daniel?
Yes, so that would be that. That's why it's sort of like what Joshua Wolcott just did to me. That's one of the most popular ones. There's also one where we live in a suite, right? And so if you've ever been in a suite, you know there's a door.
Most rooms.
Okay. So there's a door between the hallway and the living room, right? We didn't like it. It got annoying because of the way we set up our room, and we had maintenance take it and just take it down, right?
Did maintenance actually take it down, or did you?
No,
take it
maintenance
down?
actually did. We have a guy we know pretty well in maintenance. He helped us take it down.
Okay.
And but what we did with the door, that's the prank. So when our friend Jason would go to the bathroom, we took the door and put it in front of his bathroom door. So that way when he opened it, he was all done doing his business, and he opened his door, and then there was another door.
How did he react?
Well,
Did
he
he
fell
like run
backwards.
into it?
Fell backwards.
Yeah, he like fell over. I don't know, because he ran into the door. He didn't know it was gonna be there. Jeez.
I can't believe you have a list.
That's
there's
impressive.
a list. Yes, this one. Yeah, so I live with some computer science majors, and they figured out that you can, like the startup thing with your computer. So you can, when you turn your computer on, it goes through a whole startup process, and you can put into that process to open up certain apps. You can really have it do anything. So you can open up apps like files, websites. I'm sure you can imagine how that power was abused.
Yeah, that sounds scary.
It went bad. And this one's actually back to my freshman year. I wasn't a part of this one, but I thought it was funny to share. My friends would hijack someone's Bluetooth speaker from a different room and play all kinds of music late at night, and it was pretty good. In one instance, actually, they played music so loud that the RA came and knocked on the door of the stranger.
So he got someone else
Yeah,
in trouble.
they got somebody else in trouble by playing loud music.
I've thought about playing music.
And that's the end of my list. So.
Well, can you tell us about the video you wanted to share with everyone tonight?
That I wanted to share.
Yeah,
that we wanted you to share.
Okay, thank you.
That's a documentation of one of your pranks.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so Daniel Meisner, I think this was last year sometime, before COVID, everything. I think it was in the fall. Daniel Meisner was in here working late on a show called Sports View, and he was making graphics. It was about 2 a.m, and I'm usually in here working late too, and so I decided to come in here. I recorded it and then followed him and just right behind him, and I think that might be the funniest thing I've ever seen was his facial expression after. And I feel really bad about it now, but after having Joshua Wolcott doing it to me about 3 minutes ago, I don't feel so bad anymore.
I think this is the last thing we can talk about before we move on to the game. We actually have the video, so can we play the video?
Poor Daniel. Poor Daniel.
Has he ever forgiven you?
No. Actually, he brings it up quite a bit, but I understand.
Yeah, we had to ask his permission for it to be on the show, and he said yes. So
you did actually get
permission.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Thank you, Daniel, for your pain.
Thank you,
It's
Daniel.
funny.
And your contribution to the cause being us being able to laugh at you. So.
Okay, are we ready for a game now?
I think we are.
Okay, we are going to play 2 truths and a lie, the classic game. And if the name isn't self-explanatory enough, we each come up with 2 truths about ourselves and a lie about ourselves, and we all have to guess each other's lie. So let's see if I can remember mine. Hunter, go first. We'll give Clayton time to think about it too.
So I'm guessing for you guys.
We all
Yeah.
have to
That's
guess
good,
each
'cause I didn't-
other's.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare for it. It's not on the.
Yeah, of course. We can't tell you everything that's gonna happen.
Well, I'm.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm
Let's
going
Yeah,
first.
Hunter, can you go first? I gotta remember mine.
Okay. I have broken my leg at 8 years old. I threw up at Mount Rushmore, and I've been in a car accident that I was lucky to survive. Yeah.
Do I know the truth
You should.
or the
maybe.
lie? The lie?
Maybe.
Clayton, what do you think the lie is?
What do I think
Hunter?
the lie? It's okay. So one of them's a lie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two are true, one is a
That's
lie.
why it's called two truths
Thank
and
you.
a lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Jeez, I think you mentioned in class one time about the car accident, or
thought you did.
someone else. Mount Rushmore. Oh my gosh, yeah, I don't know. Anybody could have done that. What was the first one? You broke your leg when you're.
Yep.
I think that's the lie.
That's the lie. You're right.
Look at that.
Why'd you throw up at Mount Rushmore?
Why did you?
Car sickness
Oh.
ruined my family vacation.
Were you at Mount Rushmore? Or were you on your way to Mount Rushmore?
On the way and at Mount Rushmore in the
Good,
parking lot,
yeah.
and then also when I looked at Mount
That-
Rushmore one more time, I had to empty my guts.
Okay,
so.
it's my turn. Okay. So, I'm gonna forget these. Okay. First, I've jumped into a freezing cold lake in December for charity, like 2 years in high school. I almost fell down an escalator in London, and I touched Harry Styles' hand. Which one is the lie, Clayton?
Go through it again.
Okay,
That was a lot.
I jumped into a freezing, I don't know if I said river the first time, but it's a lake. I jumped into the freezing cold lake in December 2 times in high school. I think that's it. Almost fell down an escalator in London, and I touched Harry Styles' hand.
The first one's the lie.
Clayton, you are wrong. Polar Bear Plunge, Clear Lake, Iowa. We go into the lake for charity. I wear those sweatshirts all the time. Yeah, it was December, very, very cold.
Which charity was it?
It was called the Polar Bear Plunge. I don't know.
Polar bears.
I promise it's real.
Okay, so what
Yeah,
was
I
the
don't
lie?
believe you.
Oh, the lie was I touched Harry Styles' hand because I almost did, but I didn't. And I think about it every day, and I'm very sad. Okay, Clayton, do you have yours ready?
Do I have mine? Okay. Let me
Fast,
think.
fast, fast.
Oh my gosh.
No pressure.
A little bit of pressure.
Okay.
You'll ruin our show if you don't do this.
Oh my gosh. Okay. On the spot here. I'm trying to think back to the last time I played this.
Maybe we should have prepped him for
Okay,
this.
maybe, but no, I think I got. Okay, I have a radio show, and we were first place broadcast in the state. That's the first one.
Okay.
The second one is I. Oh jeez.
I want to cancel him right now.
I do too.
How's it
I
going,
did-
Clayton?
I don't know.
Should we just cancel him?
I feel like we should just cancel him.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you actually win first place though?
Congrats for that, but at the
Wait,
same
is that a
time-
lie?
Yeah, that's the lie. We got second place.
Oh,
okay.
we were at
Yeah.
like the same thing where you
So
got.
I didn't even
right.
need. I didn't even need to have two of them. I already won.
Okay, well.
I think
Clayton?
it's
Yeah.
I think it's time. You're canceled because you took way too long to answer that
All
question.
right, cool. I didn't even want to be verified anyway.
But also, thank you, Clayton, for joining us tonight and delighting us with your presence. We're going to take a quick commercial break, then we will bring on our next guest of the night, Wind Goodfriend.
Here's Jerry! Where's the SD card? Where is it?
Can't make me talk.
And fade to black.
Good show, guys.
Guys, I forgot to hit record.
Taqueria La Juanita, the hottest Mexican restaurant in Northwest Iowa, voted best by many online food review websites, from Anjitos Estilo Mexico to your taste buds. Tacos, steak burritos, quesadillas, tostadas. It's a taste explosion. Bag 'em up and enjoy with your friends, carry out, or dine in. Taqueria La Juanita, Anjitos Estilo Mexico, Storm Lake, and Sioux City.
This is Buddy Beaver. He's new at BVU and wants to get involved. Overwhelmed with options, Buddy flipped on the TV. Although fascinated by the TV, he fell asleep on his sofa. Suddenly, he found himself in a dream and at sea. He was enjoying the dream until something clouded his mind. What if he never found that perfect involvement opportunity? In the midst of his worries, he spotted something. BVTV. Buddy instantly awoke with a clear mind. He could produce TV at BV. BVTV. By Beavers, for Beavers. One day, Buddy was watching his favorite show. The show was so full of life until it was suddenly canceled forever.
Unfortunately, this will be our final episode.
Buddy was heartbroken. If only there was something he could do. Wait, he and his teammates at BVTV could bring the show back. With a bit of creativity, Buddy returned his favorite show to TV for himself and everyone else to enjoy. BVTV, by Beavers, for Beavers.
Welcome back. So we know the students here at BVU like to have fun, but did you know that some of the professors are fun too?
Here to talk about her own prank experiences is Dr. Wind Goodfriend.
Hello, Wind.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on our show. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I am a week and a half from being fully vaccinated, so I'm super excited.
That is so exciting.
Yes.
All right. Do you classify as a jokester?
That's an interesting question. It depends on your definition of jokester. How are you operationalizing that variable? But
fancy words.
I was in the green room and I was trying to think of all of the pranks that I have done in my life. And so I started making notes from these VHS labels that I found back there of all the pranks that I've done. But then I heard you say to Clayton that they had to be legal. So that leaves this one.
Okay.
He's over here. Yeah, and I know what that one is.
She walked in with the stack, and I was like, "What is that?"
So
She's
there's
like,
the
"You'll
one I
see."
can tell you about. It's borderline legal.
Okay. Well, I was just about to say, tell us about some of the pranks and jokes that you've been a part of. Maybe the borderline legal one, if you feel comfortable sharing that.
I feel like probably the statute of limitations is up on this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, for sure.
So I used to be a student at BV. I was a double major in psychology and theater. And I was an academic assistant for the theater professor of the time, who was named Dr. Whitlatch. And so he used to have me sometimes do work in his office. And he would leave me in there when he would go to class, and I would, usually just type notes or whatever. Well, so this was at the time when the Batman franchise was really popular, like the original, like Tim Curry Batmans. And if you're familiar with the Batman movies or the cartoons or comics, there's a big spotlight, and they would put the Batman symbol on it and project it up in Gotham City in the pollution, and that would be the signal that Batman should come and help Commissioner Gordon, basically. So I've always been a superhero geek, and so one time I was working in Dr. Whitlatch's office, this is AA, and it was when the Batman movie was really popular. So I decided to cut out the Batman symbol on paper, and I stole Dr. Whitlatch's keys to the bell tower in the chapel, in Shaler Chapel. And I snuck up there with his keys, and I put the bat symbol on the clock face of Shaler Chapel so that when the light came on at night, the bat symbol would come through the chapel clock tower.
No way.
Yeah, that's like the coolest thing I ever did in college.
How long did it last up there?
About 4 hours. And then maintenance took it down. Yeah.
Did you ever get any pictures of it or anything?
No, because that's before phones were invented.
Yeah, phones were invented.
Because I'm old.
Did anybody ever find out it was you or even suspect you?
The closest thing to that was I was all proud of it, and the lights came on and you could see it, and I went over to some people that were also theater majors, and I was like, look up there, see that? Isn't that cool? And they were like, it's okay. And I was like, I did that, and they were like, they were not impressed. So
I would have been.
You deserve
I didn't get the magical cool points that I was expecting.
Well,
you
that's a
deserved way
shame.
better.
That's a lot of work
Thank
for
you.
a prank, and
Yeah.
honestly, it's a generally harmless one too. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I prefer it when we're not making fun of someone or bullying someone.
Oh yeah, for
more,
sure.
More fun that way.
So moving on to the psychology side of things. So you're a professor of psychology, yes?
Yes.
So can you tell us why people like to do pranks? Do you know anything about that?
Well, I did some Googling before I came on your show. So there is a psychology of pranks, and it comes from both the prankster side and sort of the pranked person, the prankee. So pulling pranks actually goes back as far as we know in human history. An example of that is in ancient Norse mythology. We have Loki, right, the prankster. And part of that is kind of showing that you're like just a little bit smarter than the person you're pranking. But on the other side of it, there's kind of a social test if you do a practical joke on someone, if you prank someone, how do they respond to it, right? So part of it is testing to see if the person gets angry and kind of feels humiliated. They can lose social status. But if the person who's been pranked sort of laughs along with you and sort of acknowledges their own foibles, they actually can gain in status. So part of it is just sort of a social test to see, are you going to be sort of humble enough to be able to take a joke?
Fascinating. All righty. I learned something new today. So what do you think can be the side effects of like a prank that goes too far? Like trauma, I'm guessing?
Yeah, sure. So there's a fine line, I think, between practical jokes and bullying, right? So I think a good prank is one where you're choosing someone you already feel kind of comfortable with, someone who is already a friend of yours, and you're pranking them in a way that's not going to physically harm them or like publicly shame them. But if it's someone that you don't really know, or it's someone who is kind of considered your enemy, or you're doing it to harm them, then that's where it kind of crosses over into bullying. So you always want to keep your pranks sort of fun and make sure that the person kind of is going to be in on the joke afterward.
I think those are good words to live by.
Yeah, we just need to be nice. You
just be
you
nice.
can be funny, but you can also be nice at the same time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, Hunter has prepared a game for you.
Okay.
If the information is wrong, I am not to blame.
This
I
is
did not
true.
take
I
part
did
in
all the
this.
research for this. This is on me if it's wrong.
Okay.
But because you are a professor of psychology, we're going to play a psychology-themed game.
Oh boy.
I call it Freud or Fiction, and where I
jeez.
give you a fact about psychology, and you have to decide if it's true or if it's a common misconception. So it should be somewhat easy for you. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm kind of nervous that he doesn't even have like the right information.
This is a lot of pressure.
But
I promise these are not really that hard of questions.
See, now it's worse if I get them wrong.
Okay, true. Okay, the first one. The more witnesses there are to a crime or accident, the less likely someone is to step up and assist.
Absolutely true. That is called the bystander effect.
I knew
That's
that
exactly
one.
what I had wrote down.
Yes.
Alrighty. Russian physiologist Ivan Pavlov is known for his famous study where he conditioned a group of dogs to salivate at the ringing of a bell.
That's actually controversial, whether he actually had a bell. So in his original paper, he actually wrote about a metronome, but later when he gave a lecture, he talked about using an electric bell that sounded kind of like a doorbell. So that's actually true, although some people think it's false because if you just read his book, he doesn't mention a bell.
Okay, I said that it was fiction because he used a metronome. That's what I heard. I think we talked about it in one of your classes, but
Yeah.
I did not know that it was controversial. I'm admitting my faults. That could be
this.
Freud or fiction. The term post-traumatic stress disorder was coined during World War I.
Actually, during World War I, it was called shell shock, and they changed it to PTSD later.
That is what I had. And before that, I learned it was called soldier's heart because they just thought they were sad, I guess.
Well, they were.
People who are left brain dominant are more creative and free-spirited, while right brain dominant people are more fact-focused and determined.
That's a total myth.
I was gonna say, is that even a thing?
No, it's not a thing at all.
I've seen a lot of stuff online about it.
That is hogwash and not true.
I said fiction. There's no proof to support the fact that brain hemispheres can be dominant over each other.
It's true.
And I'm pretty sure I actually learned that from one of your classes.
Yeah, we talked about it in personality.
Yes.
Hunter's a psychology something. What are you? Minor?
Psychology minor.
Minors? Yeah, something.
According to the Dunning-Kruger effect, people with low ability at a task will be more likely to overestimate their ability at the task.
I don't know the answer to that. That's not my area of psychology. If I were going to guess, people who are bad at a task will overestimate their ability. That seems like a human thing. I'm going to say true.
That was true. That was true. It was a cognitive bias theory proposed by David Dunning and Justin Kruger.
I think I'm bad at everything. So.
Alrighty.
Okay, now we have to decide.
So I got 100% on the test.
Yeah,
you did. Yeah, that's impressive. I think
you did amazing. Okay, now we have to cancel or verify you win.
I think. I mean, based on her score and what she told us about her prank, I think those are verifiable.
Yeah, I know some people want to be canceled, but I feel like we have to verify her.
That was you've done a lot of good for this campus apparently with your pranks.
Am I gonna hit the button? You're gonna hit the button.
I hit the button last time. You can.
Okay. Okay. Wind, you are verified.
Verified.
Thank you so much, Wind, for being on our show tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, that about wraps up our show. I hope you guys enjoyed the.
First, before we go, I think the Easter Bunny left me a special present. Morgan, would you give me the honor of making me the happiest co-host in the world?
Before I say yes, there's no way this is happening. Would you do me the honor of making me the happiest co-host in the world?
Yes, I would.
We're
engaged. We're officially engaged. This is amazing. I never thought that this show would bring us together like this.
Hunter and I are madly in love.
Madly in love.
We've been dating for a long time. How many years?
At least 10.
7.
7, yes. On this day of fools, we've had mischief, fun, and hootenanny all over the place. We hope you enjoyed seeing us celebrate the trickiest holiday of the year.
Make sure you watch out for our next episode where we will interview Celine Dion and Harry Styles.
In our musical episode, A BVTV Tonight Gets Canceled.
It's definitely happening.
Is it not?
Thanks for tuning in. Good night.